Good evening, pilots and mercs. I know I'm using my old model for a second, but I just wanted to... I don't know. I just wanted a little bit of send-off for this model. So I'm going to give it a few minutes, let everyone kind of join in. Welcome, Philip. Welcome, Den. It is good to see everybody. It really is. I do apologize. I have been... I'm so emotional for this. That and I have been preparing for this stream all day. There is something I want to show you all later on. Mercury, welcome in. You've been listening to Halloween metal songs. Angel of Death by Slayer. A great choice. Enter Sandman, Master of Puppets, and Peace Cells. Wasn't the, ooh, that could make for a fun contract one day. Wasn't, Doom sampled from Master of Puppets? I think it was. So in a weird way, I have seen it before. But, yeah. I have been working hard on something, and, as you can tell from the MFD from on my right, technically, we have some spicy things planned today. We have some very spicy things planned. So, without any further ado, everybody say goodbye to this model, at least for a little bit. I may switch back to this model every now and then, but this will be the last time she appears, at least for a good while. I also listen to Psycho Killer by Talking Heads, Backstabbers, Bellergy's Theme, and Monster Mash. Those songs can fit the Halloween vibe. Oh, I could definitely see that, yeah. But say goodbye, chat. Because the patron has blessed us with her presence and her power for this stream. So, let's see here. Say goodbye, chat. Are you prepared, chat? Are you prepared? I think you'll like this new model. I think you will. God, I'm nervous. Alright, chat. 3, 2, 1. Hey, there we go. What do you think, chat? I finally have legs. I have legs, chat. And look, I have a helmet. I have a Nero helmet. Finally. After all this time, I could be afforded a helmet. And look at this. I can take it off. I can put it back on. It looks a little weird. It looks like it's being summoned into the heavens. But by goodness, I have a Nero helmet, and this thing looks awesome. Nice, I know. Yeah, you definitely have a music selection over there, for sure. Okay, so we're gonna go through the toggles. I realize some of this is on screen, I do apologize. Some of these expressions are just... I haven't quite gotten them all figured out yet as to why they do it like this, but this one's my sad toggle. Chat, I don't like this. I don't like this. And then I can switch right back, and then let's see here. That one doesn't appear to do anything. This one's my angry toggle. Doggone it, chat. Why did you make me give Nick that nuclear launcher yesterday? And then, let's see, this one's kind of a dark, like a darkened eyes expression. This one's pretty cute. And chat, you remember that goal that I gave you so long ago at 100 subs, right? Well, for those of you who remember that, and by goodness, I think it was Philip who originated this, by the way, I present to you a fan promise. Here is the maid outfit that I promised back when we were doing Halo 2, and I still need to finish that run, but I do have a maid outfit. I regret nothing. Of course you don't. Of course you don't. And honestly, I kind of want to keep this thing running. I kind of want to keep this on for the majority of our day today. I don't know. We might let chat vote on that. So those are my toggles as for the moment. There's a couple of things I want to add. Just off the rip. I noticed a couple chatters yesterday were talking about the longer hair, and I definitely want that to be a toggle, or like the ability to switch back and forth between the two models maybe. I'm not entirely sure how that's going to work yet, but I do want that to be an option. Now I can die with a smile. Odin, you haven't lived a full life yet. Not yet. You still have a long ways to go. But, yeah, I definitely want my long hair back. That is going to be a toggle that I can switch to. That's going to be one of the things that I reach back out to the artist, FimJ, over on Fiverr. He was the one who did this particular model. Beyond that, I am planning a few other things that I want to keep kind of behind the scenes right now. I know I teased that, but it's something that's still like, it's still kind of pinging around in my head a little bit. But yeah, this is the model. We usually have lore exposition every single day, but I mean, honestly, this entire channel has been lore, so I think we can kind of like Texan saying, go big or go home. Absolutely. Absolutely. But before we jump into any contracts or anything like that, any questions about the model, any questions for me directly, like this is as much about chat as it is like the model debut. So if anyone has any questions, we'll go ahead and do a little quick Q&A, and then we can move forward from here. Again, I do love these. Let me give you a close-up of these boots. They are so good. Get a little bit of a thigh shot there. Yeah, I love the fact that I have a helmet that I can take on and off, and I just kind of float here a little bit. It's so good. And just the fact, like, on the hands here, like the fact that it's like finger gloves there is just so perfect for me. And the model's like so responsive as well. It's everything I could have hoped for this particular, like, it's everything I could have hoped. The only nitpick that I personally have about, oh goodness, the only thing that I wish this particular model had, which I think, which again, I think I can have that. People with feet fetish starting to sweat. Oh yes. Oh, they're gonna be sweating profusely today. But I wish I could actually hold my helmet. So like, watch, it just goes into heavens. It's as if the patron just summons it. Actually, you know what? No, that's perfect. We're not fixing that. It's not a bug, it's a feature. Damn it. My patron just summons my helmet into the divine. We are not fixing that. We are keeping that as is. But honestly, I think that goes really well with my outfit. And like these art styles, by the way, between the two models, I wish I could get both on screen, but it's like probably not gonna work that well. Oh, Philip, what do you think? And here, I'll show this one again, just for you. I know you wanted this one. This is exactly what you wanted. Ever since that Halo 2 video, we've been talking about that particular outfit. But yeah, I am absolutely loving this model. I was a little afraid at first that like it wasn't gonna be as expressive or anything, but once I started playing with it and like getting the toggles to work, I just this model has been so good. I think the winking is a little bit like too sensitive, but that's more on VTube Studio than anything else. Chat, I feel like we're pilots now. Like I finally got a Nero helmet. I can actually say that I'm a pilot and actually like be able to interface with a mech properly. Manners maketh maid. True. Very, very true. I'm just running back through the toggles real quick because I'm still trying to learn them a little bit. Nice. We can fly to the sky. Oh, chat. You have no idea. Oh, you have no idea. I'm so excited. I'm so excited, chat. I have been, just like the song Fly Like an Eagle by Steve Miller, 1996. Fly Like an Eagle, that must have been what that Gladys was referencing. You remember that contract we did for Aperture Science? I think it was a couple weeks ago at this point, but she was talking about, I think her exact words were, "Look at you, soaring through the air like an eagle, piloting a blimp." Of course she would say something like that, but, you know. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead. If chat has no questions about the model or anything like that. Okay, maybe not that. Maybe cooperate a little bit with me. We're gonna go ahead and downscale the model a little bit. So that way I can at least get this open. And then what I'm gonna try and do is then okay, that's clipping out of, no, my model is clipping a little bit. Okay. I'm trying my best here, chat. Hold on. Hold on. I'm not used to this model yet. If it wasn't painfully obvious, I'm not quite... I'm not quite familiar with this model yet. Got nothing at the moment. Oh, that's fine. Again, most of these streams devolve into that anyways, so... We can definitely do questions along the way, but... Y'all know what time it is. I know what time it is. It's time for Titanfall. I'm so excited for this because I spent a good 4 to 5 hours learning Ash Skip, Dome Skip, Radar, and Door Skip. I won't spoil the time that I got for the, technically it was a segmented run, but only because I had to get up and, like, go and do something real quick. So technically it was a segmented run, but let me tell you, the time was good. The time was absolutely excellent. Okay, so we are running Titanfall. I'm not seeing it here, though, so that's a little concerning. How's the track and feel in comparison? It feels so smooth. Like, I felt like before... Oop. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we're not doing the void again today. Let's see here. Allow transparency. There we go. Yay! But yeah, this one is a lot more responsive. Particularly before, I felt like specifically the head had all the tracking, and then my lips didn't quite move as much before. You know, I actually have a really interesting idea for this. I won't spoil it now, but I think there's a couple of things I could do for this outfit if I wanted to. Okay, so this is... It's Titanfall... No, it's good to go. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and kill the music, and we are gonna get prepared for Titanfall. Okay, we don't have the life splitter. The only thing I would like to see is a toggle switch of you pointing a space gun at us with the charging sound threatening us to behave. I love this. I love these ideas you're putting in my head, chat. I absolutely love these ideas. I would definitely do that. Like, which one would I even... You know what's funny is I went to do my best to, like, promote this stream, right? I mean, obviously I kind of, like, dropped the ball a little bit with... Essentially, what I did was that I put out a short. Actually, I put out 3 shorts yesterday. One promoting this stream, essentially like, hey, we're going and doing this. One about the stream being blessed, and then the other one was, well, Din. One about Din asking me to give Nick something. And you want to know which one did the best? It was Din. And then the other one got like 100 views and then like 400 views respectively, which again, I'm not complaining, right? The fact that this channel is popping off the way that it has, I'm not complaining at all whatsoever. I'm just like, I find it funny that that was the one that pops off. So, okay. Here's what I'm going to say for this run, right? For this particular run, this one only, no call-outs, nothing. I just want the timer to go, and then if we end up doing more runs in the future, which I definitely will like. Oops, my bad. Oh, no, you're good, No, the reason I say that was because it's not chat. No, not at all. It was just funny that I'm like over here trying to do the right thing as a creator to like promote the stream, to promote the fact that we're doing a debut and all that, and then that's the one that pops off. Again, I want to be crystal clear. I just find this funny. I wasn't trying to bash on chat at all. Like, that is not what I meant by that, and I do apologize if it did come off that way. That's not what I was trying to say at all. Alright, let's start this. Alright, no callouts, no nothing for this particular run. Well, shit, I think my headset's about to die. You know what? If it's about to die, then, hold on. We're gonna reset. We're gonna reset real quick. Because if this thing's just gonna die, then I might as well switch over. And, oh, okay. Maybe not go too... Okay, I'm not sure if it's detecting the new audio source. Hold on. Well, there's only one audio source, so... kind of makes it a little easy, right? These speakers suck, by the way. If you ever wondered why, like, the audio sounds so quiet on here, that's why. My attention is a bit elsewhere, but I'm lurking here. I'm lurking away. I appreciate it, Phil. I really do. And chat, I wanted to say something with this debut. I'm incredibly grateful for every single one of you who has come by, whether on Kick, Twitch, YouTube. Like, YouTube may be my main platform, but I really do appreciate every single one of you. And I love the little community that we've built here. Some of these things, like this right here, this was all like one person's idea, and now it's kind of catapulted into this. And if I do this right, because of them, I'm getting a little sappy here and I'm messing up. It kind of catapulted into me and the love for this game just absolutely culminating into us just hanging out and doing contracts together and not really caring about anything else in this world. Give me the alternator, please. Come on, come on. Any day now. Okay, this is probably going to be a little slow. My apologies for getting you into this rabbit hole, Keck. You say that like I didn't originally... You say that like I wasn't into this rabbit hole, but never thought it would see the light of day. Like, I never thought I'd be doing runs. Like, I knew a little bit about Titanfall speedruns. I was kind of okay at it, but I mean, obviously I'm messing up a little bit now, but wow, this gauntlet. Yeah, that was a horrible gauntlet. I mean, to be fair, I had a pretty bad gauntlet before when I did my segmented runs, so again, I'm gonna tease that, but as long as we enjoy what we do, that's all that matters. I love this game. I love it to death. Matter of fact, after we're done with this, we are gonna go over to the Diesel Knight Kickstarter, and I'm gonna make my pledge to them so that way they can start up on the game. Last time I checked, they had like $200,000, and they were about to put in Titan customization into the game. Like, they are getting a ton of funding, and I'm just like, I'm ready to go, ready to help. Want to make my contribution. Kane and Ash was a big time loss from the previous run. Oh, don't worry, we're not dealing with Ash this run. I am a wizard now. I'm a bit of a wizard. As for Kane, get good. Get good, I suppose. Like, yeah, Kane's definitely going to be a case of get good or get left behind, but that's what happens. I think I'm noticing with this model, or at least seeing back to it, I can't see it currently. Like, I don't have a mirror, right? Like, my entire body kind of wibbles around a little bit every single time that I go to talk a little bit. It's interesting. I think I set it on regular. Again, I tried to put in the command for the English subtitles, but I don't know if I did it wrong or it was just the wrong code. I think it was the wrong code, but honestly, it's not a huge loss. As long as it's in the fastest... excuse me. As long as it's in the fastest language, then that's all that really matters to me. Here we go, chat. Except for the fact that we got a lot of cutscenes, and that's just gonna be the way it is. Abed, welcome in. I know it has a nice tracksuit. Yeah, the jumpsuit is very nice. I like it at least. Oh, and there's also this. Hopefully that... Yep, that switched back. Good. I mean, I don't mind doing this in my maid outfit, but I wouldn't want to get the... I wouldn't want to rip the skirt. So a little bit of confession from me. I wasn't trying to rush 2.0 at all. I wasn't trying to rush for this particular point in my VTube career, like this early. Because this is... Whoa, there's a maid outfit too, huh? There is, yes. That one's, that was a little bit of bet that I had with chat, and, well, you see how that turned out. But, unfortunately, with the way my current model was, like, at the time the tracking wasn't great, and I didn't know whether that was VTube Studio or just my rig. It was a little bit of both, and now I was like, okay, I'm in the middle of all this, right? I want to make this special, but we're going to go ahead and, like, push for 2.0 right here, right now, like this early on. So we're just going to take it easy, and this will be my model until I decide I want to go 3D at some point later on, like in the far, far future. The tracksuit feels a bit like PS3 graphics. Which game in particular? Because I can kind of see where you're coming from with that. Almost like a Mirror's Edge sort of thing. Because that's kind of the vibe I got from it. At least a little bit. That or like Portal, but Portal's more PC. Like Orange Box sort of thing. Yeah, that's right, BT. You get him. Good boy. Maybe. Maybe. Well, Lastimosa, you're in bad shape, and I'm... So here's a question. You telling me he only had one of those stims on him? Like, those stims really seem to put me back in order. Alrighty, well, we'll take care of BT. I want to be honest, but not negative. I like 1.0 more. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. And the other model is not going to necessarily disappear, right? I may switch back and forth between the two models until more of the toggles come back. Until I have all the toggles I want for this particular model. But for this one, I was just trying to... I got the features that I wanted for this one and press forward with it. It was a bit of a... It was a little bit scuffed. But I mean, 1.0 is your logo. For now, yes. And again, like that... Maybe a close-up would look nicer. We'll see. We'll definitely see on that. Oh, I did end up getting some cold medicine yesterday. So, I'm feeling a little bit better. Although, with me practicing all the skips, over the last couple of hours, I basically took a 4 or 5 hour nap, and that was really it. Like, I woke up, like, full disclosure, I woke up like 30 minutes before stream, and I managed to get everything ready to go. Like, and if you've seen how late some of these streams can be, especially with me, like, still, like, getting on, like, making sure everything's ready to go, it's like, I feel like this stream, I finally, I have bad cough. Any advice? Hot tea, ginger tea, according to chat. Either that or maybe try some NyQuil or whatever equivalent that you can find. I probably shouldn't have grabbed the NyQuil though. Probably should have gotten the daytime. I was planning on, like, sleeping a little bit more, but I was like, I really want to try these skips. Is honey any good? I haven't personally tried it. But I've heard, yes, that it is good for that. There we go, chat. There's a second battery. There is a skip here that you can do. So I'll try to point out a little bit more as we fly in, but... So you can jump from here to there. It's called river skip, but it requires advanced movement. Hot honey, water is soothing to the throat. Thanks. That particular skip, if you can perform it on keyboard and mouse, will save you about 6 seconds. Now that sounds good, but unfortunately it requires the use of mouse and keyboard, and that's not something I have access to. Well, I'm not familiar with air strafing yet. Honey is a natural disinfectant, helps with digestion and inflammatory. I don't want to be rude, but can you please I will consider it. And that is all I will say to, and that's all I will say to that. Matter of fact, I'll unban it once we're done with this run. I will give you one shot. Mess that up. mess that up and the band hammer will come down. Again, I'm not trying to be rude. It's just I don't necessarily want to foster those sort of... I don't want to necessarily foster that sort of behavior on my channel, but you've genuinely tried to change despite trying to use another account to get around that, circumvent that, so... Thank you. You're welcome, Abed. Still have like 800 subs. You know what's funny? I would rather have... There's a lot of people who are like, oh, I want to have like 1 million subscribers. And this question came up yesterday, and I kind of thought about it. And I was just like, the reason I said I wanted like... I just wanted to get my silver play button and all that is... And that's really it, is because I would rather have a tight-knit community than millions of subs and just nobody necessarily like wanted or watched my content. Because I feel like at some point you get so like mainstream that your general appeal, like you're trying to appeal to all audiences at that point, and that's the thing. I asked it. Oh, that's right. That's right. I spare. That was you. Yeah, there's some certain point where you have to put on this act where you're like so mainstream, and then you have like PR teams and whatnot like trying to say the right thing, and then you run into some of these situations that other creators run into. I think QT is a good example of that right now. She's in hot water because she's trying to appeal to the main... Like, she's trying to apologize to a group of people that just aren't her fan base. Or just woke in general. I'm not saying that as a bad thing. I'm just saying, that's the way it is. And it's like... That's weird. You normally spawn over here. Oh, well. There you go. Pandas are cuter, though. I wanted to be a polar bear, but I thought that's so common. I wanted to be an ice bear. Pandas are cuter, though. That's why I like Demi. If I was to have an Oshi, right? And I think I'm using this word correctly. I think I'm using that word correctly. Please do not come down on me too harshly if I'm using it wrong, but she's like a red panda. And I'm just like, dude, I just love her content. Like, especially when she just goes over her reels and whatnot. It's so cute. I'll go listen to Smiling Faces, Undisrupted Truth, since Synthetic Substitution, and 992 Arguments. Yeah, I was just about to mention red pandas. They're so cute. Yeah, Demi especially is cute. Like, I just... Don. What do you mean? What do you mean, Phil? What have I done? I feel like I did something, but I'm not sure. Also, that's the thing I was practicing a lot. Like, I would do these drills where I would just run that entire section, or like run the skips like multiple times just to try to nail them down. And it's just like, I feel like I've gotten a lot better. I feel like I've gotten a lot better at that, because that particular section drove me nuts. It's like, I could get it, but it would take several tries at least. Is Yoshi a red panda? I always thought he was a dinosaur. Kind of like Barney, but a little bit more. Technically, I'm supposed to go on the outside for that if I wanted to do it quicker, but honestly, it's okay. Man, my routing is a little rough today. Still making good time though, I think. I can't see the live split, so I just feel that I'm doing okay. And I saw a mum or profile picture in chat. A mum roll, something like that. Ugh, my routing's a little rough. Oh, chat, I wanted to run something past you. As a sort of evolution, a little bit of an arc to my speedrunning adventures here. How would you feel if we did a charity event in December because I've been wanting to do one, and I also want to do it on the Titanfall speedruns that we've done. Oshi is usually the favorite person you like to support. In the way of like content creation, or like as a I mean, as far as like a viewer, like a supporter, I of like her content, I would say yes, that Demi would be my Oshi in a way. That's kind of nice. Cute. Ugh, Sludge Skip is being a little bit of a nuisance today. I never really liked Team Mario games. How dare you? No, I'm just kidding. For fun. No. Doggone it. Okay, well, it's fine. Sludge Skip is being a bit of a brat today. Okay, we're gonna be a little bit more proactive with the shotgun. By the way, there's two ways you can soft lock this. You don't let BT finish his voice lines, or you don't hit the button. Both of which make sure that the trigger doesn't spawn for you to complete Sludge Skip there. Have you ever played PUBG? It was a pretty good game. I never really got into battle royales though, so like anything got to do with multiplayer, you're gonna have an uphill battle. Titanfall had it easy because it was mechs. It's like, okay, I'll go easy on you because mechs. Like originally, there was only multiplayer, and I was a day one fan of Titanfall, right? Like I saw the trailer, I was just like, I absolutely adored the game, and like I saw the advertisement for it and I was hooked immediately. And that's huge praise coming from me because I almost never look at a trailer and I'm just like immediately sold on it. Okay, that was a little scuffed on Kane, but you can still play it. I don't know if the Titanfall servers are still up or not. That's a good question. I don't know. Now I'm more in Halo than Titanfall. I feel like Titanfall 3 would have even rivaled Halo. I'm gonna say it. I think even like I think Titanfall, if given the chance, would have rivaled Halo. I'm willing to say that. I'm willing to put that statement forward. Like again, that's my personal opinion, right? I'm not going to be like, you're wrong if but it never came. Whose fault is that though? That's on Respawn and EA. Isn't Apex like Titanfall 3? It was supposed to be. Like they kept promising, oh, we're gonna bring in Titans. I mean, hell, they even had a fucking cutscene for Viper's daughter, like, finding his Titan, and then she's like, nah, I'm more interested in his jump kit than I am the Titan. Like, you fucking idiot. You had a perfectly good Titan there. Like, one of the fastest flying terrors, rivaling the Red Baron of our timeline, and you just decide, nah, I'm just gonna take his jump kit. Very bold words there. I believe it to be true. I mean, and I'm not talking like Halo in its current state. Like, Halo in its current state could be blown over by a breeze in the wind. I have high hopes for the campaign remake, despite everybody bashing on it, because that's what's getting them views right now. Apex is not Titanfall 3 because there are no Titans. They were planning to put Titans into Apex Legends. They had a whole trailer set up for it and everything, and then they decided, nah, they were in fact going to not do that. And, it was bad. Nah, Halo original felt peak gaming. Are you kidding me? I wasted so much time there because this one, I didn't kill enough Titan. Are you serious? No. I lost so much time on that. I'm not even sure how. Like, the door's supposed to open after 2 Titans go out. That's... I'm salty, chat. I'm salty. That was so bad. But yeah, I believe Titanfall 3 would have would have rivaled not current Halo. Oh no. I think it would have been a good rival for Halo at its prime. And those are bold words, and unfortunately I will never be able to say if that's true. Killed the wrong Titan, probably. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I'd ask, how is the Doomslayer stronger than... I know this one. The Doomslayer was put into the Immortal Machine by, you know, Dr. Samuel Hayden from Doom 2016? Well, when he was human, he put Doom Guy into the Immortal Machine and made him essentially a god, right? And even before that, Doom Guy was pretty strong before then. And now he's just an immortal. Like, he's just badass, and he will essentially never die. Until Doom Eternal and then all those sort of shenanigans, but that's a spoiler for something I haven't necessarily played, so I don't necessarily understand the ramification. Are you kidding me? It just launched me in a completely different direction. I've never even seen that happen before. Are you into Warhammer? Skulls for the skull. Skulls for the skull throne. If that answers your question. Yes, I got into... Let's see, what was the first thing I did? I used to have a... What was it called? Battle... I had a Battlefleet Gothic collection for a little bit. They only saw like a couple of engagements though, before my friend was shipping out for basic, and then all of our ships just disappeared. I was playing a Corn fleet. Blood for the blood gods. Yes. What's your favorite army? I'm very much, love Tyranids. You Xenos filth. Nah, but I kind of like Corn. I think that's the one I'm thinking of anyway. Let me see if I can catch this. Come back here. This is risky, but I made it. If just barely. But I think Corn was the one I went with, and I absolutely loved my fleet. I even had this one, like, fully metal, like, chaos ship. I had a capital ship. Like, it was so cool. We also had Titans. Unfortunately, we never really got to battle them. But I remember one of the best battles we ever had was this. It was a skirmish, right? On this generated map that we put together on this table. I'm fighting Imperial. I'm fighting against the Imperium with what's essentially a bunch of chaos ships, right? My guns are not doing anything at this point. And instead of letting him have the chokehold and just snipe him, I decide, okay, I'm just gonna full send it. I just looked at his ships and went, you see that? You see that big blob over there? I want you to ram this ship into his capital ship as fast as you can. I end up scraping this side of his ship and start boarding. It was... And keep in mind, this was full... This was full ahead. And that could have blown up my ship right there. I just like the memes coming out of it for corn. But now... I mean, now they got Henry Cavill gonna be doing the Warhammer. Good. I'm glad he finally got an upgrade from The Witcher. Nothing wrong with Witcher, by the way. I think it was horrible that they dropped him. And that's kind of why I'm saying that, right? Because if they're going to treat him like that, he deserves to go on to something better. I always like to play the villain. I've tried to making a couple of Dark Elder units. I think if I was going to go for a different, like, turn of events, I would definitely go for, Khorne. Alright, so we're getting close to one of the skips. Would the Doomslayer be on par with Chaos Gods? I don't think you understand. He would mop the floor with them. As far as I know, he would mop the floor with them if Doom Eternal is anything to go by. Especially like the DLCs. Now Witcher later gets bad. I mean, yeah, it's just the... Unfortunately, from what I've heard, it's just like the writers and all that. They got rid of their talent that was good, and then, well... Because I think they were getting a little uppity, you know? Wanting good benefits, good pay, and all that, which I can totally respect, by the way. Like, I'm being a little sarcastic, but I will put that out there. Like, go get what you're worth, but... Please realize that, you're probably going to be better off working for yourself at this particular point in time than actually working for a company who's not going to recognize your talent and try to replace you with AI or cheap writers that will do that. Now, you may be downplaying the Chaos Gods a little. Oh, no. Oh, no. I love me the Chaos Gods, right? I totally think that Doomslayer would mop the floor with them. I fully respect their power level, right? But if you have a look at the Doom Eternal DLCs, he takes on a literal god and wins. Now, does he die in the process? I mean, y'all have to go watch for yourself, but anything with AI is kind of, like, fails these days. Generative AI. For sure, yeah. And look at that, chat. So I didn't explain that. I found the one place where you clip through, and then you just kind of spawn in the bash. Oh, wow, new model? Yep, we have got our new model, and I am all sorts of rocking it. A little bit earlier on in the show, I went ahead and showed off some of the new toggles and the outfit that I'm going to be wearing for a part of this stream anyways. Slanesh is kind of hot. I mean, yeah, but let's be real here. I would definitely be rocking Khorne for. I missed a lot in the last 2 days. It's okay. It's totally okay. Like, it's there in the stream log for you to have a look at. And I know I haven't been pushing that much, but there is the stream log for everybody to go back and have a look at if they miss a stream or something. On demand adventures for viewers like you. Nice. Okay. Haha, Slanesh corn. No. Okay, actually, no. This will be perfect. So you can run around there, and then you can just skip that entire section, that entire firefight. Okay, and don't worry, we have more chaos coming, and I'm going to try to explain this the best that I can. So we're going to run up here. This requires full concentration, so if I don't respond to chat for a second, that's why. I would prefer not to have you at my back. I'm just going to quickly reload that. How long is your target for today? Not sure yet. We'll see. So I boost forward, hover, and then kind of crouch into this place here. Go past here. And if I do this right, yep, there we go. I clip out of the map, and then I jump back into BT. I now hover up here. Careful not to clip anywhere too close, otherwise I trigger the Ash boss fight. Get up here on these rocks. Now I like to be a little bit over here, but you can kind of fall off on the left-hand side here. And again, all this is the Ash trigger. And then these stairs here kind of point out where we need to go. I like to hover a little bit here, personal preference. Okay, kind of see it glitch out a little bit, you know you're good to go. This allows me to get past the barrier. It's supposed to save like a couple of seconds. No, it's still the same on time, I think. So that's for like average like Ash skips. Or average like Ash fights are like 10-15 seconds. And if only that, it allows us to skip the walking out into the tunnel and all that. So that's weird because my time on YouTube is lying to me. Or it says the last couple of streams were an hour early. That's weird. I have it scheduled for 5 Eastern Standard Time, like every single day. It may, you know what? It could be daylight savings. I'm not even kidding on that, by the way. Like, it could definitely be that. There is a skip coming up that I am not super familiar with. It's called Faster Than Light. I will point out more as we get there, but for now I'm just going to struggle with basic wall running mechanics. And then I'm going to go this way, try to get my routing a little bit better. And then we're going to jump up here and grab Anderson's helmet. For this section, I don't have any... I still don't have any good routing information. Essentially, I don't know how we can skip the dialogue with BT yet, so... There's nothing online from what I saw. Like, most of the skips that I've seen are... all the ones that we get currently. Oh, I just remembered something in the news about an hour longer. Something about wintertime. Is that the issue? I think it could be. I think it definitely could be. I think time sprung backwards an hour or something like that. I don't know. I think it's so dumb anyways, because it's like, oh, well, it's supposed to give farmers an hour or something. An hour more of daylight anyways, and it's like, you realize farmers are getting up like 5 o'clock in the morning anyways, 4 o'clock in the morning, milking their cows, taking care of everything. I think you're ahead with about 6 or 7 minutes. Oh, we're gonna have a little bit more here and there. I didn't see a device on Anderson. Let's see, we have a couple more skips in our repertoire that I've been working on. And I'm more than comfortable doing them in a run. I'm gonna try faster and light. That's gonna be right over here. No idea if it's gonna work though. Faster and light. I'll see if I can try to explain it. See, there's a laser gate way up in this facility somewhere. I'm gonna point out as soon as we get there, but essentially, if you line it up, you can just get tossed. Open the door, please. You can get tossed all the way to Anderson's device. It's this one right here. And if you line it up just right... Yeah, see how it kind of tossed me a little bit? We're gonna see if we can... Okay, it didn't work. If you set it up properly, especially with like an airstrike, you can definitely get tossed all the way over here. Unfortunately, I still haven't gotten that to work yet. Mostly because I'll take a skip. I'll set up a little arena for me to be able to repeat it over and over again to kind of drill it. And that one I haven't moved a bit early. So without control of the device, you have to like move a little bit forward in order for that to trigger properly. Otherwise, I think it's on a timer. I'm not entirely sure. I could be wrong about that. It could go either way, but yeah, either way, I haven't drilled that, so that would have been like beginner's luck, essentially, that I got that. If I did. Obviously I didn't, but... Ow. Ow. Okay. This is a... I love how in both timelines I just got absolutely pinned. Where am I supposed to go? Okay. This way. Okay, there we go. That's a little bit better. Hello, gentlemen. For I cannot believe I biffed it that bad. Like, I've seen some rough movement from me before, but I have never seen me biff it that bad. Oh well. Oh well, that's not gonna cost me too much time. There's one skip that I'm still a little bit, I'm still a little concerned about. So, I've been getting consistent with the skip for the arc, or like the final mission, but the only issue is you combine that with door skip, which I'll show off once we get there. See, in the room? Doesn't appear to be in the room anymore. You gonna seal the doors? Can I at least get the log? Okay, I can get the log. Perfect. So with door skip, essentially that second arena where you're taking on all the titans, you can just jump out of BT, clip over the top of the doorway in the middle, and then you can get to the other side. But you have to, like, if you don't airstrafe on a if you don't airstrafe, you have to fight everybody in all the infantry in that room. And to say that battle is a little rough and a little concerning is an understatement. Like, you're fighting essentially... You're essentially fighting 3 or 5 squads of heavily armed anti-Titan squads as a pilot, which is not necessarily intended, but it is what happens. So not perfect platforming there, but I mean, again, I'm not nitpicking myself quite too much for this run. There we go. Into the pit, into the pit. Oh, goodness. But I'm glad I did a lot of that practice. A lot of that practice earlier this morning, because that one spot in, I think it's like Blood and Rust, or whatever, like the second mission, that little jump in the, like before the sludge area, that one, that's one of my 2 problem spots. Like, for any run, that's one of the 2 spots that I just struggle with. The other one being, well, of course, the wall. But, I mean, generally, that's just the way that goes. Like, you just have to be quick with combat, or or figure out a way to skip it. It's usually how these runs go, unfortunately. Where's BT? BT, we need to go right now, please. But I think all in all, I've done really well. I think I've done really well with the routing. Alright, again, there's another skip here in this particular area. Which, again, I've seen most of these skips by this point, but you can... If you do it right, you can fly over the ship, saving about 3 seconds. 3 to 6 seconds, essentially. Again, that requires air strafing, which... I learned this speedrun on a controller, so not really something I can do. I'm making really good time, though. And this is the first time I've actually done a full run. full run with these skips. Technically, I did a segmented run, but that was only because I had to pause the timer, then go out. Secret over on Twitch. Not now. Not now. Suspicious user ban evasion. Well, I wonder why. Just trying to absolutely spam in the chat. Congratulations, you got. Congratulations, you fucked around and you found out, bitch. It's almost like you have a. It's almost like one of those mini games, about 7.5 minutes ahead. Oh, we're about to. We have a few other skips we can do on this level in particular. This one, unfortunately, has been a little slow. Okay, I'm gonna take a little bit of damage there, but ultimately... Oh no, BT, what... whatever could this possibly be? I have died to the missiles from the aircraft, which is extremely embarrassing. Because the first time it happened, I was just like, how the hell did that even happen? This wasn't, this was my segmented run, by the way. I had it happen this morning. It's like, I'd never been killed by an aircraft, at least those aircrafts before, trying to provide air support. And, I didn't even know it could happen. But yeah, apparently you can just be blasted out of the sky if you're not careful. Open the door, please. Open the door. Open the door. Do it now. Okay. Probably could use a better weapon. Can I... Dude, no, no, I need ammo. I need ammo desperately. Is that a... that was my old Eva shotgun. I don't necessarily care for the mid-staff, but I'll take this with me just in case. Now we're just waiting for this to wrap up. I think I misunderstood your question, Abed. If you're talking like target, like as in goal for this particular speed run, it's going to be a... We're aiming for under 2 hours, which I do believe is possible. Well, obviously it's possible, but more along the lines of, I think it's possible with the skips that I have practiced. Okay, so I've altered the run a little bit for this particular section. I like to go in here and just start absolutely eviscerating everything. And just kind of fight a little bit until you see these things start lighting up. And then you just kind of book it a little bit. It speeds up combat a little bit. and gets the door open. So that way you can quickly get out of there. Other than that, this particular routing hasn't been changed too much. These turbine areas still kind of suck for me a little bit. Okay, I wasn't able to do that before, so... Yeah, that's a little bit of a time save right there. It is so weird. I will try stuff, like, mid-run. Like, I'll just look at something and go, I could probably do that, or... I have no idea if I can do that, but I will certainly give it a try. During the middle of... It's like, that's how, like, I've learned. It's like I'm always trying to learn with this particular speed run anyways. There's also one, if you could airstrafe here, you can... Hold on, I think it's in the next area. Yeah, if you can airstrafe over there, you save like 30 seconds, but a little bit of an issue with that. Somebody is not on a keyboard mouse, so unfortunately that skip is not available to me. And the problem is like I learned the speed run on a controller. I'm just wondering how much of that actually like translates. Because my muscle memory, like I was able to deflect off his noggin. But yeah, a lot of my muscle memory is built off of years of doing Titanfall on a controller, right? So I'm just like, to learn mouse and keyboard and then to do all the tech movements, that's really going to be the biggest thing. Because I can nitpick, like, not dying in some certain areas, like, learning, like, seconds of, like, skips that saves, like, literal seconds. But that's going to be the biggest, juiciest thing that I'm going to be able to get for these speedruns. It'll be like playing the game from scratch. Chat, I want a faster time. I don't know. I don't know. That it'll be a tall order, that's for sure. But I think I can pull it off. Like, I have some experience with mouse and keyboard, but like, honestly, it's gonna be a pain. It's gonna be a pain for sure, but I can do it. Especially for the upcoming section, it would be really good to learn mouse and keyboard, especially for that particular area. Because there's a lot of time you can save by just essentially flying through that area. You're not literally, but with air strafing, it's pretty close. Now I'm going to make a small deviation from my current path. And I'm going to go ahead and pick up the Ronin loadout. And then I'm just going to hop out of BT here. And BT should be more or less behind me. Yeah, he's a little slow, but not like we're doing a speed run or nothing. And then there's also a speed run to collect these helmets, which I'm not sure if I'm up for that, but I have collected all the helmets before. Oh, BT's certain about this. I'm certain of that. Because for this area, there's no other time skip other than just, like, enhanced movement from airstrafe, so. Because airstrafing, you can just kind of, like, fly over this entire area and not have to deal with any of the cranes whatsoever. And it's absolutely beautiful. But because emulators were banned, I can't mimic those same movements, which kind of crippled. Like, it just kind of crippled controllers in general. I don't know why they did that. Like, yes, I get it. It's like, oh, well, it's technically cheating. I don't know. Like, I'm not even sure on that argument, like, what they were thinking with that. Again, rules are rules, and I respect that, right? I'm just trying to learn the speed run and have a good time with it, but I mean, it's like, I feel like you kind of cripple half the community with that limitation. Although, to be fair, like, those of us who are actually serious about, like, the majority of people who are serious about speedrunning this would be doing this with a mouse and keyboard, right? I'm pretty sure about that. And don't get me wrong, I'm serious about this speed run, right? Like, ironically, I say that, and I'm very invested into the speed run. I'm just, it's almost like learning a new language. It's tough. It's full of limitations, and sometimes full of ads. It would be nice if the times were platform-based. They are. Well, you can sort by platform. But it wouldn't matter for me because I'm on PC, and PC folk usually your PC folk are going to use mouse and keyboard because that's generally what you do, right? If I was running on Xbox, I would be a little bit more, I would have a bit more of a competitive edge, but, I mean, obviously I'm not going to switch consoles mid-run. Also, I learned there was no glass there. I could have just been jumping there the entire time. I learned that, like, a day or two ago, and I was just like, huh, I wonder what happens if I jump through this pane of glass. There's no glass there. Okay, well, good to know. Okay, so I've had a few issues with the dish Mostly I get hit by a fire starter. I was gonna try and like... Usually I try and like... Best case scenario, you crouch and like slide off that ledge where the Reaper spawns, and you can kind of like glide off of it. But yeah, they love throwing fire starters over here, so... Okay. Unfortunately, this section might be a little bit scuffed. Not this section. This section's usually pretty good. My concern usually comes in with the anti-Titan section down below. Because most of the time they're kind of all over the place and it's a little bit... Combat's usually just RNG fest. Give me the rope, please. Oh, I can't believe I did that. Alright, BT, let's go. Feel like that was a little slow, but oh well. How did I get a lock with only half the... You know what? I'm not gonna question it. I'm not... Okay, well, I don't get that then. Now, normally I would do the backpack reload, but for the Scorch, for the thermite launcher, it's just not really worth it because you don't get enough to, like, really be worried about. This thing, on the other hand, takes eons to load, so it benefits very much from the reload mechanic. I think this is turning out to be a good, all in all, I think that was a good fight. Checkpoint, please. Okay, yep, we're good. All right, everyone prepare for... Everybody prepare for radar skip, which... I'm still bad at. But essentially it goes like this. Boing, 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 boing. Uh-oh. Boing, 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 boing. And if you're confused as to what's happening, I am too. So don't worry about it. I have no idea what just happened because it was very clunky, but hey, we're up here. And that's how you skip the entirety of that climb. And also you can go around this way and just kind of like skip a little bit of the falling animation. Just another day in cursed runs. And by the way, you skip all of that dialogue too. Isn't it? Aren't speed runs just the best? I told you I went delving deep into the skips, and I have one more up my sleeve. I have one more skip up my sleeve for this this particular run. A new skip, anyways. Well, I deployed that a little bit too far, but that's okay. Again, combat is a little bit RNG based, and the flame shield helps quite a bit. Stand by for Titanfall. Okay, we're gonna go after this one. Just roll with it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We definitely rolling with the punches here. Okay, there's one. Here's the second one. Glad I got better RNG on the, glad I got good RNG on those Titans. And we're pretty set up for the Richter fight. Because I've been here without a core, and it takes a little bit longer. I actually had him do the nuclear ejection last time we fought. Actually, no, I don't even think it was an ejection. I think he just straight up died. Which rough, but I mean, at least he's dedicated to the cause. He's dedicated to his cause, alright. Well, Ripperonis, he is donezo. Alright, and that mission's done. Now we're coming to my second least favorite part of this run. The wall. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real. I don't... Like, as a regular pilot, I love the fact that there's so much combat in that one mission. As a speedrunner, it makes me upset. It makes me upset, and it should be punished. I don't know who should be punished for it, but somebody should be, because it usually ends up in 2 takes, at least, for that section. It was one of the few things I just didn't have time to practice before I got some rest for this particular stream, which, by the way, it's so weird to me. I usually sleep like 6 to 7 hours, or maybe a little bit longer if I have a little bit more time, right? I got 5 hours of sleep, like before the stream today, and I feel great. Like, I don't feel groggy, I don't feel any of that. I feel charged and ready to go. Like, I don't get it. I don't know, maybe I'll crash later or something. I don't particularly know. Alright, for this section, I'm thinking I'm going to use the Tone Titan. From my rough research, the Tone Titan might be a little bit slower, but for me, it's more consistent, so longer range, Tone Titan, we're just going to roll with that. I might lose a little bit of time, but overall, it should be decent. Alright. Stand by. Maybe don't put your cannon in my face, please. Oh, but hope that doesn't hit the shield. My bad. Okay, we're just gonna launch a sonar in there. No locks. Do you got that Ronin Titan or no? Like, I don't mind like making sure that you get some kills, but you gotta get them. Like, you gotta go and get it. You gotta go and you gotta get those kills if you want that on your service record. Preferably just make it back in one piece. Okay. Again, Tone Titan might be a little slow. It might be a little bit slower than say, like, the Scorch Titan. But the Tone Titan is consistent. And with backpack reloads like this, I call it backpack reloads. That's more like Halo CE speedrun terminology, if anybody's been in that community. The backpack reloads are when you, I think you drop it, like as you're reloading it, you drop your weapon onto the floor and then pick it back up and it's reloaded. So you essentially have infinite ammo, right? And that's especially good for like the shotgun and whatnot, for that particular speed run. I have a little bit of knowledge about that speed run, but I don't think I could ever, I don't think I could pull off that particular speed run. That one was speed running Halo on Legendary, which, oof. Actually, no, I did manage to get through that, but I suffered with the canyon bit quite a lot. Honestly, I think the Tone Titan was a good call, because for the most part, this has been pretty smooth. Like, we had a really smooth, like, no death run over here, and I would say that was pretty decent. Because I'm used to having at least one death there, at the very least. And he's over here just eating up all my missiles. How dare you, sir? Do I still have my lock? Okay, I do have my lock. Perfect. I'm glad that Tone Titan's at least pulling its weight. I'm not going back for that. Okay, I'm gonna raise the shield just in case. Oh, he's pressing. You know what we do to those sorts of people? We relieve them of their titans. What? I'm pretty sure he ejected from that YouTube. What? You think he... No. Why would you ever think such a thing like that, you silly goose? He's fine, I think. Maybe. Hopefully. Look, just give me 30 days to scrub the floors, bleach the walls, and remove all evidence of a blown up mech, and we'll all be fine. Not that any of these mechs have actual humans in them anyways. Like, I think 90% of them are just robots anyways. I say 90% because, like, the bosses guaranteed do, but you know what I mean. Okay, we're gonna switch over to the Ronin Titan for this. Gotten a little bit better with the routing on the Ronin Titan, as it at least has the phase capability, and I do have a core ready to go. Wasn't even planning that, but honestly, I'll roll with it. His shot kind of slowed me down a little bit. Honestly, I'm used to phase dashing through this particular junction, but honestly, that was a pretty solid, that was pretty solid. I'm used to, like, having to patch up this particular section, but I don't need it. Not as much anyways. I'm just gonna phase dash past the Scorch Titan there. He usually likes to raise his flame shield and just absolutely toss me backwards. But yeah, there you go. We caught up with the Draconis, and I'm used to everyone just kind of. There's usually a glitch where the enemy Titans will still be there and you're just kind of fighting them a little bit, but sometimes they'll explode like that. It just really depends. It really just depends upon how the game's feeling that day. By the way, are we just gonna ignore the fact that the Typhon Moon is being blown up in the background, and that big chunk that's missing from the moon wouldn't just come crashing down like Majora's Mask, like a Majora's Mask situation? Because that's a bigger chunk than what started the extinction of the dinosaurs. So this planet is kind of, well, obviously, it's not going to be long for this world anyways, especially with the Ark, but, I mean, still, it's like... I feel like this planet has, like, a week max. Like, nobody seems to be concerned about this. Maybe I should make a theory video on that. I'm just after thinking, like, yeah, that entire chunk of the moon over there would crash straight into the planet, and then everything gets EMP'd. Like, yes, the IMC would be able to shut down Harmony or whatever, but... like, pretty much soon after, the entire planet's gonna get smacked by a giant rock, and then everything electronic gets sent back to the Stone Age. Oh, and here you can do, like, a frag grenade boost jump, but I think it requires air strafing as well. So that, and it just wasn't on the list of skips that I felt comfortable navigating at the moment. So I said, I'm going to... Thank you, BT. It wasn't really one of the ones I was comfortable navigating at the moment. So I said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and figure out some other skips I can do. Ooh, that could have been scuffed. Excuse me, sir. Nope, don't bash me with your shield. Just let me on through. And for this section, you only have to, well, obviously you gotta bash him, right? But this guy right here, that's it. Nobody else takes his spot for some reason. Why does it work? Screw the IMC, that's why. Alright, well, there's all the guns. Now we're just mopping up everybody, and most of them on the other platforms will despawn. At least, again, this is what I've seen. I feel like I have a decent understanding of... I have a decent understanding of this, but the next big thing is going to be movement tech. Because that's something I just don't understand yet. It's funny, I understand the rest of this pretty much to a T. But not the movement tech. Uh-oh, well, okay. Well, that was any indication. That was just unfortunate. I just scuffed that entire landing. And again, combat can be a little hit or miss, but usually they'll help you out as best they can. The 6-4 anyways. Realized I was after saying something, and then I wasn't entirely clear on who I was talking about. This makes it very confusing for everybody who's watching. I feel cooked. He perfectly stunned me with his shield. I'm not even mad. Okay. Okay, game. I see you. I see you. This game is punishing me for breaking it so bad. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough. Game wants to punish me for breaking it, that's fine. I'm still getting that sub 2 hour, by the way. I feel like, let's see here. All we have left is, we have 2 skips in the next mission, and then we have the Viper fight coming up in just a second. I feel like we're good. I feel like we're doing good. I don't know though. I'm still... We gotta see how this Viper fight goes. I actually lost... In my segmented run, I lost a Viper. So this is a little bit of a vengeance for me. Now you might be asking, how the hell did you lose to Viper? And my answer is... Tone Titan shenanigans. Tone Titan shenanigans. That's how I lost. Genuinely just messed up with the Tone Titan, and it was a bad time. It was a bad time, for sure. Okay, let's get the Tone Titan going, and... Oh, Viper, I have a vengeance to settle with you. And I wish chat could have seen that, because that would have been great content, but oh well. At least you get to see me settle the score here. Okay, okay, I'm standing in the thermite. I need to patch up a little bit before he has a field day with my systems. Okay, we're just gonna be trading force here. That's fine. That's fine. I will make it fine. Okay, well, that's not a great situation to be in. Okay, I'm hoping that salvo takes him out or close. Okay, salvo core away. Okay. GG, no Viper. Finally some sweet, sweet vengeance. Almost tastes like cotton candy. Oh no, chat. He came back from the grave somehow. Somehow Viper returned. Not unlike that one wizard from that awful sequel trilogy, something like that. I was trying to make a new word, but it did not work, and everyone's probably booing me right now for saying such a thing. Get away from my Titan. Get the fuck out of here, Viper. BT, I know I was teabagging the enemy, but like you could not do that, please. Thank you. Oh, chat, we're so close. We're so close. One more mission. Nobody spoil the time, by the way. I can't see it, but I'm... If I had to guess... And again, please do not tell me. Please do not spoil it for me. Like, I just have a... It's a weird situation. I only have one monitor on my laptop. I would have just hooked it up to my second monitor and then just had everything else on my laptop screen, but I can't see the live splits, so I think I have like 20 minutes towards the hour, but basically I have 20 minutes to get sub 2, I think. Okay, I'll hold the timer. Yes, please. Yes, please. Oh, I'm excited, chat. I'm excited. And by the way, this is gonna be a sub 2. Normally, when you submit a speedrun, you don't have like, don't think, just do, fucking send it. Yes. That's mostly what this channel is about. Just send it. Well, hello there, Blisk. Aren't you just a lovely, lovely sausage? How about no? How about no? We're not going to do that. We're not doing any of that. one way or another, he's gonna get his arc, but not in the way that he wants, that's for sure. Deadman, hello there. How are we doing today? Because I'm doing fantastic, and we're about to send this run, and then I'm gonna go support the Diesel Knights campaign, and then we're gonna pick up some mercenary contracts. Power the mech for once. And hopefully this time, you know, it doesn't just absolutely fry my equipment like it did last time. I've genuinely never seen a contract just fry my camera equipment as much as that one did. And apparently the issue I was having with the vehicles was essentially something to do with the VRAM cache, just not knowing where to put the tanks, and then just spawning all of them on top of me. At least that's what I can gather anyways. And then, you know, the laptop just absolutely melting down over a simple hit and run contract. Like, that was just sad. BT, please give me the seer kit so I can get you into a new mech body. I can no longer uphold the mission, but you still can. Take this seer kit. It is your best chance for survival. Alright, chat. This is it. This is it. The home stretch. I am pumped. Let's go. Let me out of this cage. Chat, my heart's picking up a little bit. In a good way, it's like fluttering a little bit. Fly high, pilot. Hell yeah, will do. And we still got one trick up our sleeves for this. Still got one more trick that everyone hasn't seen yet. There's a couple of other tricks for this level, but there's one that I'm gonna show off that'll save us a little bit of time. Oh. Are you? No. Okay, at least I was able to, like, quick restart. I don't know what happened there, but honestly, it doesn't matter. I can't believe I fumbled that, but it's okay. It's okay. I just gotta keep going. I feel like there's gonna be scuff, like, no matter the run that I do. Like, a little bit here and there. Like, again, this has been, like, what, month or so of speedrunning this game. Same chassis, new chassis, same Titan. Alright, so we're going to switch over to the Ronin kit, and then I'm going to try my best to not die in this section, because if I could give an honorable mention, it would be to this area for one of the hardest parts of this entire speedrun. Yeah, an honorable mention goes to this area. Yeah, an honorable mention goes to this area, mostly because, like, you're trying to build your core, but also not, like, get extremely wrecked at the same time. And, like, I'm not entirely sure what else to do in that particular circumstance. But it doesn't matter. Alright, I'm about to show off the new tech. Everybody ready? Because this is going to go by pretty quick. Grab this battery for safety, and then we're going to line this up with the middle panel here. And it tends to glitch out a little bit, but there we go. I just hopped through the top of it, and away we go. Unfortunately, I don't have any sort of air boost, so what I'm forced to do here is kind of like clear out this area a little bit, so I don't get like swarmed by all of them. And there are a lot of enemies here. The grenades help a little bit for... I can't believe I died to... And that saves like at least 3 or 4 minutes off of my other run, which didn't have this. But unfortunately, you do get in like this big firefight section. I do not have any... I don't really have any good way of like dealing with all this. You've got to be kidding me. This is unfortunately where some of the scuff comes in, because I am not used to this area. Better this than dealing with all those Titans, though. Wait, is BT in here? Oh, BT's in here. Okay, we can just go. We can just go. Last couple of times I had tried this area, I didn't have, like, BT didn't get in here, so I just had to spawn him in. Well, not spawn him in, but kind of like, as soon as you get to the trigger, you're automatically put in BT. So in a way, he does kind of spawn, but not in that particular way, if that makes sense. That still saves like 3 or 4 minutes at least off my last run, so a little scuff, but again, I don't have to deal with any of those Titans. I don't have to deal with any respawning necessarily, unless I just absolutely mess it up, which then just get good at that point, essentially. Essentially, just get good. Doggone it. I wish you weren't an enemy, Sloan. I really wish you weren't, because Oh wow, that was a pretty good opening to this. Are you down here? You're down here. Okay, well, we'll just deal with you like that then. And then Stone Titan. Why don't we go ahead and deal with you? Okay, where is Sloan? Sloan's up here. Oh, I have a core too. Watch this. You watch that, and you kind of ate that a little bit more than I care to admit. All right, just a little bit of Reapers. No big deal. All right, the Reapers are a bit clunky. The Reaper fights got a little clunky there for a minute. Okay, you know what? That's good. I feel like that was a pretty decent Sloan fight. It's down to the wire, chat. Is down to the wire. God, it's nerve-wracking. It's nerve-wracking because everybody else can see the timer and is just, everyone else can see the timer and is going, like, I'm either doing really good or really bad, and I can't. I wouldn't be able to tell right now because I can't see it. It's a total suspense for me. You know what? If in Titanfall 3, like in an open world scenario, I could go and work for Blisk, or with Blisk, I would, actually. But no, we got Apex Legends, which is not quite what I was wanting at all. I'll continue to leave you in the dark. That's the way I'd want it, but God, it's nerve-wracking. It's nerve-wracking. I at least saved like 8 minutes. There was a little bit of scuff on that door skip, but I feel like 1 or 2 deaths to them, like to infantry, was better than like fighting the Titans and whatnot, but I think we'll do good. I think it's good. Trust me, I've done the math. Thank you. Don't worry, BT. I'm not going anywhere. Godspeed, soldier. Rip-a-roni. Alright, now I just have to not mess up the platforming. I don't know, chat. Can I pull it off? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. I don't know if I can actually make that reference because I haven't watched too much of it. Just mostly the memes. And I would question just how the hell these platforms do this, but here we go. Chat. 157. We fucking did it, chat. Let's go. Let's fucking go. 1 hour, 57 minutes. GG. And there it is, chat. Sub 2 hour run. Congrats on the sub 2 hour run. Thank you. And you know what's funny is speedrun.com has not looked at my submission for the 2 hour and 4 minute run. Sub 2 hour. I think that's enough Titanfall for today. I mean, as if there would be such a thing like that, but, you know. Look at that, chat. 157. That was amazing. Okay, so on the segmented run, okay. You will not believe this, chat. I'm going to reveal the segmented run time that I got. Let's see here. Where was it? Let me see if I can pull it up from my log. 1 second. So the segmented run was 1 hour, 58 minutes, and 38 seconds. Keep in mind, I had to tab out of the game to, like, pause the timer and had to, like, add up the minutes and hours and all that just to get a consistent time. And on stream, even with a little bit of scuff, I still managed to get 1 hour, 57 minutes, and 17 seconds. That segmented run that I did was earlier this morning, before stream, as a way to kind of like combine all of the skips I had learned together into one, like, basically like test the skips in order. But there it is, chat. That's it. That was our new PV. And here's the thing. At this point, the only thing I can really do to get my time even lower is gonna be movement. That it's like, yeah, there's a little bit of scuff here and there, but other than that, like, that's it. So let's see here. Let's see, leaderboards. 7-minute improvement is intense. Oh, hell yeah, it is. Hell yeah, it is. So let's have a look at this. Ads, go away. I don't want to sponsor you. I'm not going to. So 1 hour and 57 minutes puts me at 1 hour 57 17 seconds. 381. 381. Now the difficulty is increased. Philip's right. It only gets harder from here because the movement tech is basically the only time save from this point. So let me get this off the screen. I'm tired of these ads. Filthy, filthy corporations trying to make money off of me. Shameful. But yeah, at this point, movement tech is going to be the biggest and best thing. I did, however... You know what? I'm going to do this after stream. I'm going to do this after stream. I do want to... Oh, I did want to have a look at the Kickstarter page real quick. I'm going to do my donation afterwards, but Diesel Knight, multiplayer mech movement FPS set in the diesel punk-inspired world. Stretch goals. Funded. Like, all of this is funded up until Mech Chassis 2. And it looks like if they get to 400,000, they're gonna get, looks like there's something about a short story. That'll definitely get funded. We need you. Diesel Knights for freedom. Will you? Oh, they even got some lore here. 2021 to 2025 part-time prototype development pre-funding. Diesel Knights has quietly been in development for several years as a passion project over many nights and weekends. These years laid the foundation of the project's art direction, animation systems, and core gameplay logic. 2021 exploration, initial movement prototype, and early concept art. Playtest should be on. We'll have a look at that in a second. I definitely want to have a look because the only prototype I have access to is the playtest beta 3, I think. But we'll have a look at it. We'll have a look at it in a moment. I definitely want to pop in. Prototype 0.1 in 2022. Pilot and mech designed, modeled, rigged, and textured. Proving grounds, test map, gray box. Core movement and shooting mechanics online. 2023, prototype 0.2. Environmental and UI art pass. Refined movement and tutorial added. It's on 0.4. It's not the version that I got, but it may have updated. Yeah, let me see if I can update it. Player animation set completed. Third person mode added. New map revealed and first multiplayer tests. 4-person split screen and public playtest. Diesel Knight goes viral, gaining 50,000 wishlists on Steam. Prototype 0.4, 2025. Mech animations completed, playable mech added. Born in mechanics functional, rough core loop completed. Results: a working vertical slice prototype already exists. Kick funding transitions project from hobby scale to full-time production. 2025 to 2026, full-time production begins post-funding. Q1, port locomotion systems to the Grimtech Golf Mike Charlie Victor 2 network replication framework. Q2, server integration and closed alpha testing with backers. Q3, early access launch, ongoing polish and QA informed by player feedback. Version Net 1 launch, Steam release, and live server rollout. 2077 post-launch support, stretch goal content rollout, server maintenance, balance, and stretch instability patches, supported by stretch goal funding and post-launch sales and community community contributions. We're looking to raise 45,000. Yeah, that was raised instantaneously. In funding, which after taxes and fees will cover the living expenses and initial server costs, plus the funding for contracts. This is how we'll use it. Allocation: $45,000 allocated for the budget. 24,000 on developer salary for 1 focused year of full-time production and in-house art. 2,800 targeted freelance contracts for supplementary art and technical support. 3,200 initial dedicated servers, hosting and maintenance. 15,000 taxes, Kickstarter fees, and post payment processing. Please note this budget allocation is now update pending. I love how I want to say this is incredibly detailed. Like, this is incredibly detailed, and I absolutely love how, like, he's just laying it out, like, how it is. Gunwalker mechs. Gunwalkers are modular, single-seat ground fighter vehicles designed to fill anti-armor and close-fire support roles. They can boost, dodge, and employ heavy weapons to outmaneuver and outpower enemy armor and infantry alike. Movement mechanics. Wall run, double jump, bunny hop, slide, and clamber dominate the battlefield in 3 dimensions. Speed is life, but how you navigate the environment is more important to our core philosophy than raw speed. I wonder if they'll add NPCs to the map like Titanfall. I definitely think like throw it in the comments. He'll definitely do. Bro went to one of his shorts and added a shovel because somebody was just like, model a shoveling game and I'll give you my soul, and he went, bet. And he just did it. He did it straight up. Like, if you look up on his page, I think there was a short about it that I saw. Weapons. The guns of Diesel Knights are original fictional designs inspired by real-world historical firearms. There are many grounded architects you may recognize. Pistol, submachine gun, shotgun, etc., but there will be a few truly unique weapons providing a unique twist and satisfying skill curve. More powerful weapons will only be available as on-map pickups. So essentially like Quake or something like that. And yes, I did play the original Quake. I have some of the achievements on Steam for playing it. I wouldn't mind doing that contract either. Like that, at least the modern ports are okay. Like, as far as like modern assist goes. Like playing the old ones as the original might be a little bit more difficult. A shovel is a bit easier to do than full-on NPC logic patching. What I'm saying is, I think he would definitely put it into like the bucket list of things he wants to add to his game, which again, completely in scope of, like something like that would be completely in scope of what he would want to do. Let's see, 105mm Hauser, self-loading repeater, tin bore, rifle slugs, pistol caliber carbine, looks like a 42 auto, and then the 30mm rocket launcher, a double recoiler, recoilless, so probably like an anti-Titan weapon, split screen launch. We understand the importance of offline play. That's why, in addition to online multiplayer and split screen challenge modes, Diesel Knights will ship with a dedicated offline split screen mode on launch. Why can a small indie developer do this, but Halo, at least when it came to Halo 5, couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Or Infinite for that matter. First person modes, In a few years' time, hopefully. Yeah, I hope so too. I mean, again, we're talking like a pre-alpha game. First person or third person game modes. What we started out as a simple animation debug feature has evolved into a unique gameplay mode. Diesel Knights is the first and only wall-running shooter that's fully playable in third person and first person, to our knowledge. To avoid any issues with unfair corner peek, third person perspective will not be accessible in standard first person matches. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. AAA studios build FPS games on $100 million budgets. Since we are a small indie team operating on a much smaller scale, scope management is absolutely crucial. I wonder where I've heard that one before. Looking at you, Star Citizen. Don't get me wrong, I love that game, and we're probably going to play it again soon. If not, we're probably going to pick up that contract tomorrow. First person and third person game modes. 3 multiplayer maps on launch. 12 player online. 4 player co-op on split screen. 8 original weapons on launch. 2 single player challenge modes. And a game almost fully developed by a single person. Just like trying to outsource some of it a little bit at least. Here's what your pledge gets you. Award stacks with lower tiers, so the more you support, the more you unlock. Special recognition. Steam key, a wingman pass. And again, I'll probably, I'm not sure how that'll work, but I will definitely, I'll see if I can use that to try to, like, invite somebody from the community into Diesel Knights, but that'd be good at least. Exclusive cosmetics. An engraved service pistol, a rose gold engraved revolver, and a revolver twirl emote. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I could see that. Stretch goals. If we go beyond the base goal, here's what happens. These additional funding goals buy us more time and allows us to expand the team in order to build compelling new content and mechanics. Infantry NPCs. Computer-controlled soldiers join the battle. Well, there you go. That's that was your question. Community arguing with developers about split-screen offline mode. What do you mean? Like that Store Citizen? Look, yeah, you're not wrong. But I love the game. I love Star Citizen. Like, yes, they do overcharge for a lot of stuff. Should they do that? No, but I completely understand where you're coming from. Why is it not possible? Oh, it is completely possible for Halo. They just didn't want to do it. That's just all there is to it. Like, you can't convince me otherwise. I choose the alpha tier. It's just not. Why is it not? Look, for Halo, right? They just didn't want to do it. Like, I don't know. Gunwalker auto mode. Fight alongside your mech when dismounted. So essentially, yeah, it is really just becoming. This is Titanfall. If Titanfall was a completely different series in a different, like, completely different, like, the core mechanics are there, but it's just like it's completely different otherwise. Like, the skeletons may be the same, but everything else on top of that is completely different. More weapons. A new batch of deadly weapons for the arsenal. Enemy faction. A mysterious opposing force joins the battle. Begin console porting. we will begin the process of porting to major consoles, customizable pilots, cosmetic options for knights, customizable mechs, options for gunwalkers. I don't blame you for loving the game, just the devs talking over a decade about a barely released game. And I fully recognize that, right? Like, at this point, just release the game. Like again, I'm sorry, just release Star Citizen at this point. Like, the servers, I'm glad they got the servers patched, right? I'm glad they got them patched. I'm glad they got them sorted. But at this point, it's like, the game is complete. They're adding a lot of features into the game, which they could do with post-launch support, right? Like, at this point, just launch the game. Xavier is a Philadelphia-based animator turned indie dev with a decade's worth of professional experience in 2D and 3D animation. Experimental design, I can't read today, and game development. Over the years, he has worked for award-winning studios such as Blue Cadet and Super Evil Mega Incorporated. He served as a senior animator on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Okay, we got some good stuff here. Splintered Fate and Rebel Moon, Bloodline, and spearheaded the animation team on the 2022 Kickstarter success, Onsen Master. Diesel Knights began as a personal side project during the pandemic and now has gradually evolved into a playable prototype with the Unreal Engine. Xavier now leads a development solo, collaborating with a small network of freelance artists for concept and 3D asset support. Squadron was announced for 2014. Look, whenever Squadron comes out, I'll play it. Like, I will definitely pick up that contract, but I don't think it's coming out for a while. Like, here's what I wish they would have done, right? They should have just launched, like, at this point, they should just launch Star Citizen and then just be like, okay, we're going to give it post support, whatever features we want to add, especially like escape pods. That's a big one right there. 2026. I'll believe it when I see it, right? Commitments. No microtransactions. Okay. This game will not contain any in-game purchases of any kind. Play offline. This game will not utilize an always online DRM. No crypto. This game will not use any sort of blockchain technology of any kind. Made by humans. Diesel Knight. The Diesel Knight project does not and will not utilize AI-generated assets or code of any type. No volunteers. The Diesel Knight project shall not solicit or utilize unpaid labor. Weekly updates. Tune in for weekly progress updates. They will be found here on Kickstarter as well as on our YouTube channel and Twitter/X. We just call it Twitter. Okay? Like, this is not a knock against him, right? We call it Twitter. I don't care what Elon says. It's like, oh, he's the CEO. I don't care. We call it Twitter. Because that's what it was. And this is... I don't know. Risks and challenges. Right. Yeah, no, Look. I don't think Squadron's coming out 2026. I could be wrong. But here's the thing. You have Star Citizen you have Star Citizen going into, you have Star Citizen getting a new engine and base building mechanics off of the Genesis engine, which procedurally generates all of the assets and like art for that particular planet. And that right there, those two things are going to take so long to build. When are they going to have time to build Star Squadron? Like, again, I realize these are two separate teams, right? But I don't know. I don't know. Hi, Xavier here. Thanks for reading this far. This is the part where some of the campaigns give you a couple of generic risks and then drown them out in reassurances. I'm not going to do that. It doesn't serve me or the project in the long run for you to come away with unrealistic expectations. This is an indie game, not an indie with a publisher and a marketing team. Indie as in me and a few trusted freelancers. That means I'm both the center of gravity and the single point of failure. That's pretty honest. This line right here, yeah, if I get sick or injured, there may be delays. If that happens, I'll tell you. 100%. I love this. This paragraph right here sells me on his authenticity right here. I'm not a career programmer. My background is in animation design. Over time, I've taught myself development tools well enough to build the current prototype and its core functions on my own. Most of the base mechanics are already functioning. Still, if I hit technical walls, I may need to adjust or cut certain features to ship on time. Based. Absolutely based. Post-launch support depends on funding. I've budgeted for servers and major bug fixes over the year. Post-launch sales will help extend support. This game will have microtransactions, so long-term stability depends on a healthy player base and on ongoing community support. I'm going to be real with you for a second. I know Xavier's probably not going to watch this or even know about this, but I'm going to be real. You keep doing everything you're doing right here. If you keep doing everything you've done so far, being completely honest with the community, giving them a functional and wonderful, like there is a project there in front of you that works and functions, like a prototype that functions, and you're just honest with them, you will definitely succeed in this. And in my opinion, he will build a fan base of like dedicated, hardcore Diesel Knight, a hardcore group of knights who will keep this game alive for the next 20 years. Especially if you add mod support. Especially if you have like mod support or anything like that. This game has the potential to stay alive for multiple decades. Again, transparency and a functioning prototype is how you do that. Like, he's done everything right thus far. Star Citizen is really the poster child for scope creep. And like you said, he's trying to build his, like, dream game. And I get that. A lot of that should have been done in, like, post-launch. Almost like, it's a good example. I personally don't care for the game, but it's, No Man's Sky. And I hate saying that because it's a good game. It has everything that makes for a good it's a really wonderful game when it comes to exploring the stars, like any sort of equipment or ship building, anything like that. I hate the graphics. Something about it just doesn't sit well with me, and I'm like, this is a good game. I just don't care for it because of the graphics. It's like in commercials, it looks good, but when I sit down and play it in like first person, it just, I don't know. Like if there was a mod for it, I could like fix that, but I'm not sure. The biggest risk is runaway. I've reduced scope as far as possible to make the base game deliverable. Stretch goals will expand it, but if funding runs short, I may need to raise additional funds or take outside work, which could slow development. What I won't do is outright cancel, barring extraordinary circumstances beyond my control. I will never abandon this game, even if it has to return to nights and weekend development. Environmental claims, blah, blah, blah. That's Kickstart. Something else. Diesel Knight's development is fully remote with no studio or office space, consuming additional electricity. We use no AI-generated assets, which often rely on large-scale data centers for processing, and the game contains no blockchain or NFT functionality. Yep. I'm going to be making my pledge. I really enjoy my time with No Man's Sky, and I'm glad that people do. Like, don't get me wrong. I think it's a great, like, experience. Like, I'm saying it because there's like a 3D view No Man's Sky, if that's more to your liking. I may have to try that because it just, I may have to try that because I don't know. It kind of messes with me that the first person view is kind of messed up. It's not even messed up. It's just the art palette just doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't work for me for some reason. Like, I just look at it and I go, I don't like it. Like, something about it is just off, and it kind of makes me a little ill to look at. I've only had one other game do that to me. I think it was this racing game. It was this, like, arcade, I think it was Red Out. It was this racing game where you're in this, like, it's kind of a ship, kind of a boat looking thing, but yeah, I went to play it, and, like, the neon lights, just the way the art palette was, like, just, it was this blinding light, and I just got a headache immediately from it, and I'm just like, I can't play this game. It looked good, but oh no. I immediately felt sick as soon as I started the race, and I'm just like, quickly exited out, quickly, I've never went to Steam so fast, hat in hand, going, can I have a refund, please? Because it just, I felt sick. And Steam promptly refunded me for that one. Again, I don't think it was a bad game. I think just some art palettes just don't agree with me. But I might try the third person to high contrast. I think so, yeah. Because I remember Red Out had the same sort of art palette. I think that's the game I'm thinking of, but yeah. Like, high contrast, just, like, high contrast neon lights will definitely do that. misc objective. 50-ton mech. It's what I'm looking for today. So we just got done looking. Oh, you know what? I said we were gonna. Oh, we were gonna do diesel nights, I think. Hold on. No, we're not gonna do this today. We're not gonna do Mech Warrior today. We're gonna do diesel nights. 1 second. I was thinking of something else. I was getting back into the Mech Warrior feel, and then I was like, wait, no, we were gonna have a look at diesel nights real quick. Just gonna copy and paste this in here. Let's see here. Misc objective, none. Objective, explore. If only I could spell right. Okay, so let's go ahead and see if I can get the beta to launch for Diesel Nights, because I've been, oh, there is an update. There is an update for Diesel Nights. Okay, it looks like it's gonna take a little bit. How good is that? Oh, it's only gonna be like 3 minutes. That's not terrible. Yeah, we'll have a look and see what, there's not much in that playtest. I didn't think so, but, I mean, hell, we could have a look at it and just... Oh, we can look around and just poke around in the area for a little bit. If there's not much there, we'll just switch over to Mech Warrior afterwards. No issues with that whatsoever. I just want to see what they're up to. I want to see how far this is kind of progressed. Yeah, no, I've wanted to like No Man's Sky. Like in the trailers, it looks like a really good game. Like, especially because it's like third person and all that, and then you get into the first person view and it's just like, the contrast just absolutely kills it for me. I mean, I don't know, maybe I've been conditioned to like the more subtle atmosphere of the playtest is certainly better here than on its own stream. Yeah, unless we were just like messing around with it, and like we actually had some other channel members like in, if that's like a thing we could do. I don't know if this is gonna be great or not, but hey, I wanna explore it. I wanna give it all the praise that I can give it, because I've wanted Titanfall, and this is the closest we're gonna get. Like, I'm over here trying to keep Titanfall alive, and by golly, I'm gonna do it. Okay, so let me see if I can get... Let me see if I can get the camera going. The space flying from that planet out to space and land from space is by exactly what I wanted from No Man's Sky. And I think it had it first. If I remember correctly, hey, it's the 0.4. If I remember correctly, then No Man's Sky had it first, and then main menu, single player demo. Yeah, we'll just do free roam. Can we? Okay, we can't. We can't do that. This is a 0.4. I crashed a Galaxy Market with my shenanigans. Yep, that sounds like something. That sounds like something my community would do. For sure. Okay, well, I think we can turn off the, music for a little bit. Confirm. Nope, nope. Honestly, it's a little... what happened there? I think my jump kit's a little bit rudimentary today. I think it's a little bit borked, but that's okay. Like, yeah, you can definitely tell, like, genuinely, this guy has put a lot of effort into this. Is there a flight stabilizers? Warning, tampering with M1 vertical mobility system is strictly prohibited by the order of Regiment HQ. Dangerous aerial inversions can occur. Well, I don't really want to do that. It doesn't look like I can change the FOV unless this has a console. It does not. This prototype said it had mechs enabled, but I'm not sure where they would be, or if I can even. I'm not even sure if I can call one in yet. Like, I'm just kind of poking around, seeing what I can. I'm just kind of poking around, seeing what's here, but it doesn't look like. Huh. It doesn't necessarily look like. Maybe multiplayer, split screen. I mean, yeah, this is a little scuffed, but I mean, I want to try it. This is gonna be like what I used to do back in the day when I wanted bots, but like, oh, okay, well, this is kind of scuffed, but I mean, Gunwalker's ready in 52 seconds. Well, if that's what it takes in order to, if that's what it takes to get Gunwalkers, then I can definitely work with this. What did you expect me to do? Not sell most of my expensive items, stasis device, 10 million per unit, and then keep all of them in... No. Look, I expect my chat to be chaotic and absolutely mess things up a little bit. Also, I realize this is hard for people to see, but I genuinely just want... I want to look at the mechs, damn it, and this is, like, the fastest way to have a look at the Gunwalkers. Okay, so... Let's have a look at these. Oh, they fully work. Oh my god, chat. That is so cool. Okay, I'm gonna... It works. Like, it... I mean, I don't know what else I was really expecting, but... Oh, I can peek out the top, too. And then I can just get back in. Punch. Yeah, we can punch. Oh, I may have punched a little too hard. He just kind of disembarks. Where even? Oh, did he respawn the other side of the map? And now I'm just like... Now I'm just kind of like... hunting around the map for this poor bot who... Well... Oh, I was trying to get the gun barrel to... I don't think this is entirely what he had envisioned for this. Oh. Oh, I'm having way too much fun with this chat. Like, I realize this is kind of dumb. Like, again, there's not much I can do without having, like, a second person here, but, like, this is so cool that this exists. Gunwalker inbound? Where did I even... Oh. I was expecting, like, a... Eh, it's okay. It's a little scuffed, but... It's a little scuffed, but we have mechs. Turn, heretic. This is probably, like, I feel like I'm playing with, like, toy soldiers or something at this point. I know it's dumb, but I wanted to see just, I just wanted to see, like, how this worked, and it, like, it works. It's here. Like, I think it might be local, network only at the moment, but, like, it works. Now I want to see what happens if we just, like... Let's see, can I aim for your helmet and then you aim for mine? I don't know, chat. This one's gonna be close. Oh, wait. Nope. I'm aiming the wrong one. There we go. We took each other out. Well, that's rough. That was rough. Okay, I want to see if there's, like... Okay, I want to see if there's actual, like... I don't think there... Okay, well, that just completely dropped us out of the game. Well, that was fun. The mechs are here. I do want to see if there's any, like... There's only split screen. Yeah, like chat said, there's not much else here at the moment. Like, again, it works. Like, proof of concept, it works. If anything else, it just works. Which, honestly, that's all I can really hope for. And that, chat, I think will be all for today. I've just kind of wanted to explore my new model, which I'm currently trying to see how well it fits on screen. I think that will be all for today, and we will go explore the galaxy tomorrow with our new model and our new found toggles. And again, give me the toggle, please. Nope, not that one. This one. I hope you enjoyed the outfit. And I'm just slowly blushing over here. Sounds about right. But I wanted to thank, let's see here, Philip and Den, as always. You two have been lovely. Help me keep track of where I am in certain runs. That has been amazing, and I do appreciate you. Yeah, Bash over here, Abed, Ice Bear, Mercury. I think that was it. I think that was it for today. Again, I am so appreciative of everybody here, and without you, I don't know. It's just amazing what we've seen and accomplished in what, like a month since this channel started. And I appreciate every single one of you joining me for these silly little adventures. But this has been Call Sign On.